Welcome back to the channel, everybody. We had a good day of racing in the last video, made a personal best on my car, but it's time to get Gina's car to a point where we can get this thing running. We have about a month and a half before we have to put it away for the winter, so it'd be nice to get this out at least once before then. We're gonna take some exhaust manifold gaskets, shove them between our headers just so we have the exact spacing we need. And you remember we put the turbos on last time, we held them from our jig, but it's time to connect the pipes up to the turbos. That way we can start building some stuff. We do have clamps here. We have black sheep clamps in the box over there. Okay, it's back in. The headers actually have gaskets in them now. But what I ended up doing was I cut the mounts for the sway bar off to give us a good run there. I might have to clock the back sides of the turbos a little bit. But we're gonna put our Black Sheep Industries 2.5-inch V-bands on the header side. And you can tell that these are awesome because look how thick this piece is right here. That helps a lot from warping this flange. And the little male-female ring centers it up. Awesome. You can get these on the website, blacksheepindustriesinc.ca. Code word Boosted Lifestyle, 10% off. It's just gonna plop like right here. Look. Oh, perfect. So we got some U-bends here. They aren't the best. They're like seam welded on the inside. Some of them are like cracked right here, but yeah, whatever. They were cheap on Amazon. Looks like this one's gonna take one and a little bit to get up in that exhaust housing there because it's V-banded on both sides. And then the one over here actually, this one. This one looks like it's potentially probably gonna take about a whole 180 to get up in there. We're gonna have to somehow join them there, but yeah, we'll probably start by welding a 90 onto each one of our bottom flanges on our headers, and then we'll build off those. Like I said, we're just gonna tack weld the flanges, the pipes to the flanges, and this is how we're gonna do it. And this is by no means a how-to to do anything, because I do things in my own weird little way. So if you're not weird in your own little way, then it probably won't work for you. But this is just how I do it. I have no rhyme or reason for what I'm doing. It's just how I do it. And that's why you never cheap out on your pipe, because there's gaps in this that you have to fill now that kind of suck. Good thing there's lots of meat on these Black Sheep flanges because I can just kind of roll the meat into the pipe, but yeah, it still sucks that it's not the same size. I think we're starting to get pretty good at this stuff. We got a little hook bird there. Should just fit like, boop, right in there. And now we just have to tack weld that top one on, and that should be that pipe right there. Boom, easy. Second pipe mocked up. So essentially what I got done is this pipe is tacked, this one, everything except the one on the flange. I gotta bring the welder over here and tack it on the car. But first, you gotta weld up this to get all the shrinkage out of it, and then you weld this one last. That way you don't pull or distort anything on your welding. After both of those are welded up and good, we'll actually weld some wastegates on them too, which is probably gonna pull them a little bit, but I think I wanna weld them, come out here, up one wastegate there, same thing on this one, up here, one wastegate racing here. Driver side, passenger side, I did reuse some 2.5-inch pipe from our 8 turbo build. This was exhaust number 6, that was exhaust number 2. We're just gonna weld this up quickly. I'm probably not gonna back purge it. Mainly because oh my God, I got a dirty face. Mainly because I don't have enough gas for it, but also I'm going to support the turbo somehow, whether it be like a Heim joint bar or something, but the turbos aren't gonna be hanging off those headers. Those are just gonna connect the two pipes and the turbos are going to be mounted somewhere else. There, 2 quick little pipes done. Weld the V-bands on. The only other thing is we need to weld the other V-band on because the turbos have V-bands on them, but I wanted to get all this out of the way to let the pipes shrink, because you know when it gets cold outside and your thing shrinks, well, when pipes get hot and you weld them together, they actually shrink a little bit. So now that we've put them in there, they might sit a little bit out of a tiny angle in those V-bands, but that's okay because if we tack weld it exactly where it needs to be and then weld it on the bench, it's not gonna make a difference. I still got dirt on my face, even after I mentioned that I had dirt on my face before. Don't even care. Well, my welder's too short to reach the front of the car, and in hindsight, we probably should have put the car on the other side, but I also have to weld the rear end in the car, so... What I gotta do is, this is my electrical cord that goes to my welder. I have to unscrew it from the wall, at least take down one hanger and let it pull so we can put the welder somewhere here so that it'll reach up there. Stupid ass. I already flicked the breaker off. I mean, I hope I did anyways. Oh no. Stupid ass Kyle. I shouldn't have an extension cord for this, but I don't. Put this piece on back for safety. Now we reach. Well, the ground clamp didn't quite reach, so what I did is I used this big bar and I put it on the header. So now it'll arc through the header, I hope, and not through the engine. No, it should arc through the header. It'll arc through something. It's a weldy face here. We got our pipes tacked up. I'm about to go rob a bank because, you know, I got weldy face, can't see who I am. A little bit of a gap we gotta fill in that one. And then weld that one. That one's actually in there perfectly. And then we got two pipes. Look at that. We're freaking mint, bro. Mint. All right, it's a moment of truth. See if our hard work was a dud or not. Bolts into that side. Well, it looks like that side bolted up good. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tighten both V-band clamps and see if I can pull this bar off, I think. Both pipes are in and tight. Right tight. Remember, they don't have wastegates on them, so we're gonna have to pull them off again. But I'd like to pull this bar off just to see if they're gonna hang where they wanna hang. Because sometimes it goes left, sometimes it goes right, and sometimes it doesn't wanna hang at all. Sometimes it's, yep. Did we do a thing? I might have done a thing. We might have did a thing. Hey! We did a thing. Look at them standing there all on their own. No supports anymore. We're gonna have to build some supports because I don't trust. Like, it's still a little shaky. Yeah. We'll build a support to take the weight off it, but we still... Like, it'll come from the frame up to here. It might be like a double hind joint thing that we can just adjust, get some weight off it, and then it'll still be in position from the exhaust, but there'll be no weight on the exhaust. Boom, Gina's out here.
Yay.
So she's gonna go ahead and pull the bumper off so we can get our intercooler mocked up and mounted in there. Just one step closer. And this is something I feel like you can tackle without any assistance, so I can keep working on my little go-kart thing over there. And then once you get it off, we'll design and build some brackets, get it mounted in place as a team.
Okay.
You can be main designer and I'll just fabricate whatever you need to fabricate. You can be like, we need a bar from here to connect this, and then I'll build it for you. Or we can build it. You can weld it. You're good at welding. You beat Tokyo one time.
One time. That one time I welded a bead and beat Tokyo.
Beat his ass real good though. Do that again? You were prowessing like a little tiger trying to figure out how to get the bumper off.
Yeah. I was looking underneath it.
Here's our twin turbo intercooler. It's just a Performance World one. Vertical flow, 2 in, 1 out. Oh, look you prowess.
What?
Thick. It's off. Now we gotta place this intercooler somewhere. Go to that piece.
Seems like some flat pieces of bracket.
Flat plated for now. I'm gonna come grab this one. You actually getting dirty today.
I know.
Dirty pants.
That was actually dirty. That's probably good.
Make sure it's tight.
We like a toy bird.
You flick this button on the side.
Both of them?
The top one. The bottom one's always on. And then flick that switch on the hydraulic ram. Yep.
Wow.
Button. Wow. You fabricating.
I'm drilling holes. I'm just like you.
Getting ripped tonight.
R.I.P. that. I'm in danger.
Well, wave them.
I just center punch them with Kyle's
Half-ass thing.
half-ass
One of our
center punch.
subscribers sent us that. It
Which
worked
is
really
great.
good until it didn't work really good.
Except now it doesn't always work. I didn't push it all the way, but I got it to work though a little bit for this. You just need like a good old fucking center punch that you use with a hammer. Like you can't
There's
go.
one around somewhere.
That's not a
Where the
screwdriver.
location is, I don't know. No, an actual center punch.
You have an actual center punch?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Hi.
Nailing it?
Drilling it.
Drilling it.
Screwing
Oh, drilling it. Yeah.
Also, I think the reason why your big drill bits are all dull is because your speed is too fast.
Oh, maybe. There's probably adjustment up there.
There is. You have to like change it on the pulleys or whatever, but I'm not doing it. If you don't do it, I'm not doing it.
Do it for me! Rude ass.
What?
You probably should have picked a different hoodie. By the way.
Why?
I don't want to get that one dirty. My girlfriend bought it for me.
But I stole it for me.
Rude ass. Well, since Miss NASA's back now, we've done all the math, all the calculations, all the rocket science.
Without me?
No, we did it yesterday, remember?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So we need 2 pieces of pipe that are 3.5 inches from here to the inside of the cope. Correct?
Correct.
Nailed it. Tic Tac. Miss Tic Tac herself. And then we also have to clean off the inside of this so we can weld to it, and clean off the inside of that one so we can weld to it.
Buff it?
Yeah, something like that. Sand, buff, grind, twerk. I knew you were going to do that.
Twerk? Oh, you missed it. Too
I
bad.
missed it. All right, here's our hole saw thingamajigger. This gets mounted professionally to our bench.
Professionally? How? The slide? Or
No, it goes in the corner there. And then we use some of these.
oh. Why don't you get the other one that's not crooked?
Because we have 2 of them. That's how we professionally do things around here.
God, fucking snakes. Is this how you normally do it? Like,
Yeah.
why you not just have bolts and shit?
Bolts are expensive. Clamps are twice as expensive.
This is a
And
stupid
you know me,
spot.
I'm middle class
This
fancy.
is a stupid spot.
I'm middle class fancy.
This is a...
I go to McDonald's, I get 2 meals.
I scratched your thing.
You picked up my CD in broad daylight and you scratched it.
I hate this.
Good enough?
Probably not. Maybe.
Okay. So we're going to take some of this 1-inch pipe right here. You can tell it's 1 inch because when you measure it across, it's 1 inch. So that's how you tell it's 1 inch.
I thought you just compared it to your bird.
Yep.
And
But I'd have
that's-
to double my bird, so that's why I use actual measurements.
You had to what?
I'd have to double my bird size.
Oh. This is not supposed to... Oh.
I'm going to cut right in the middle. So we cut 2 copes at one time. Which is probably bad for the bit, but it's good for us for saving times. Perfectly coated. Except for that one right there, it didn't. I was trying to talk to the camera and you were blatantly just singing in the background.
Deal with it. Deal with it, Kyle.
So now we have to cut these off to 3.5 inches if our math is correct, which we might have to redo it because our math might not be correct, but we'll guess.
I mean, it's always better to go a little bit bigger, like,
This is true.
you know what I mean? Because then you can always just cut it
But
down.
then if you do it perfect the first time, you don't have to go smaller.
I mean, you're not wrong, but...
I mean, it pretty much fits in there. The only thing is the bottom side of one of the copes doesn't let it slide over the pipe, so we're going to have to unbolt it, put everything in place,
And then just bolt it?
bolt it back in, and then weld it.
Okay.
But yeah, it basically fits in there. That's where it's going to end up.
Look at these. Pretty good, I think. Okay.
So we'll take this off, we'll weld up these end pieces on our brackets. So we'll unbolt the brackets, weld this up completely, if you want to weld that. And then it's super easy because it's super thick. I'll just run the amps really low. And then we have to bolt it back together while holding it up and then weld it across. It's going to be a little bit
fine. I'm nervous.
This is going to be an easy one. It's going to be really, really hard to burn through. Back off. Just take a look at it. I think I might have flashed myself. But yeah, you're doing fine. A little bit slower though. I have
slower?
Yeah. I'll sharpen your tungsten though because you dipped it right off the start. But yeah, just wait for it to melt. I have it set up so it's going to take a while for it to melt in.
Oh, yeah. I was nervous about.
Stuck it. You might get a little quick on your dabs. So it'll be.
Look at my handiwork.
That's 100% gonna hold.
I know it's gonna hold,
but it doesn't even look bad. Look, it looks fine. Looks good.
I mean, it doesn't look like barf, I guess. Alright, give me the next
Nailed
one.
it. Nailed it. Ow, you stabbed me with the friggin' TIG rod. The other one?
Yeah.
It's right next to you.
Oh, I see.
That's not bad at all.
I mean, it's not super.
It looks good.
No, you're just saying that now, but it's fine.
It actually looks really good.
Thanks. I got some, like, imperfections for sure, but, you know, for what it is fine.
Yeah, it's gonna work awesome. You friggin' nailed it. That actually looks really good.
Thanks. I'm moving all of his shit.
I know. It doesn't really exactly fit either, but we'll make it work.
I guess it would have made sense if we had actually, you know, not backed the car in the garage.
Yeah, but I also had to weld stuff in the back of the car.
Oh,
that's why I put it this way. Gina says you guys want to watch the struggle, so.
Listen, I'm sure they get enjoyment out of watching us struggle. I mean, your back is covering everything anyways. Goodbye, bumper.
Just wait for a second. Okay. Let's see.
Okay. No, probably not.
It looks perfect. Yeah, technically, if we pull this ratchet strap off.
Well, we didn't really like tighten the bolts though, but I mean.
It should still hold itself up, I think.
Yeah. Do it. Take it off. Take off your clothes.
What the?
Dang.
And like you said, there is adjustment on it because it does have
slotted holes.
Slotted holes, yeah. Dang.
We did a thing!
Look at that. We got an intercooler mounted.
I feel like it looks pretty good.
It does look pretty good. What we should do is, you want to put the bumper on and see like kind of where it sits in the bumper?
Yeah. Oh, it's right there in the vent.
Oh my god. We might have to trim the bumper a little tiny bit. I'm glad we
What do you mean?
put it high because it's like hitting the bottom side right here.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I have to trim the bottom a little tiny bit there, but
Peekaboo!
yeah.
It's got teeth now.
I like how we got it level. Like the weld is level, but because the tank is kind of like at an angle, you can see how it's. It's not so
It's
bad,
slanted. Nobody's gonna be like, That's fine.
That looks perfect. Little street car.
Looks like he's smiling now.
He is smiling. He's got 2 turbos. Oh my god, did we ever space this so perfectly? Because we didn't even look at how close it was to this right here. It's literally touching the top of the intercooler here and the bottom of the intercooler on the bottom, like the bumper.
Wow, magic.
Magic, it literally fit perfectly in there. Wow, that couldn't have ended up like any better.
Sick.
That was like exactly where it needed to be without trying, because I didn't even take into account that this sits like lower.
Or
down.
like where it could have fit in the front bumper.
Yeah, that worked out perfect.
Let's throw it in. Just do it.
So, box body, factory front bumper, that's the biggest intercooler you can put in there.
Well, for an 83, I don't know about a different size.
Like it is hitting a little tiny bit here, so we'll have to push it down right there.
But it's
There,
just
done.
like easy. Squeeze it on. Easy squeezy. Damn, son.
Damn. And your little 2 twin turbos up here. It's starting to look pretty cool.
It's pretty sick.
I'm thinking about putting the wastegates actually down here. So see where this bend
Why
is
would
right
you
here?
put them down? I thought you were going to put them somewhere you could see them.
I know I was going to, but the priority for getting exhaust gases into the wastegates is also a thing too.
Oh, sure.
So having them down below would just make it a lot easier. So I'm debating between like right here on this one and on that bend on the bottom one over there as well. Or actually just coming up like here. Kind of how Tokyo's are. The thing, if you put it straight down like this way, the exhaust pipe just has to go straight to the ground.
Okay. Dang, no.
Let's try and find some M6 bolts and put your
Say cheese.
throttle body on.
Scrub it, bitch!
Scrub it good. There was like some little tape residue on here. Sticky stuff. There you go, your nice little...
Did you even try the bolts though to make sure that they were the right ones?
I didn't know.
How about I do that before I struggle?
Were they the right ones? Is Kyle super smart?
Sometimes.
Pretty
Actually,
smart.
you're pretty smart. You pretty cracked at Fortnite too.
I believe this is just the generic 92 mil on the Summit website that we ordered.
Generic?
Yeah, it's just... Usually they all come from the same spot and everyone just puts their own logo on them.
Oh yeah. There we go. It's hard to get my finger in. Even though I got little tiny ones. There we go. Do you have a ratchet there somewhere, baby?
That one?
Is it this one? It'll work. It'll do.
What does the gay rooster say?
Hiya!
Any cockle do.
Wow.
Get it?
Maybe.
Because he's not particular on which one he wants. He just... Anyone will be okay.
Right. You don't say. You don't say, Kyle.
So we need our throttle body on so we can build our intercooler pipe, obviously.
Do you normally put like a lock washer or anything there or no? Or a washer?
Not me. I usually just like mechanic tight it and then it's tight enough that it doesn't back off ever. Mechanic tight is always like as tight as you can go plus a quarter turn.
Okay.
You don't have to put it on super tight.
Yeah, I only just tried snugging it and it slipped out of my hands. It slipped.
I swear.
It's because this is like a
little bit too big. And those are Princess Auto bolts, so they're not that great to begin with.
What?
My farts have been stinky today too.
That's nice. Okay. They're just snug enough that
It's starting to come together though.
I know!
I like it. We'll have to steal some pipes from the A turbo build.
We don't have this bolt on either, so okay.
No, it's just stuck in there.
Okay.
We might have to order some 2.5 inch pipe for this one.
Okay. What else?
We need to get the TPS and idle air control off a old throttle body as well. We should be able to find one of those local somewhere.
Okay.
Fuel injectors in. Fuel system got to go in. All our harnesses actually ran through the firewall over there. That's got to be hooked up.
We did that already.
It doesn't seem like a lot, and then a couple days of like friggin' around, and it
looks like it's coming together pretty good.
It does. We're gonna have to recruit some friends, I think, and get them to tackle some tasks too. Like Dan will come over and do the fuel system because he did the one in my car, and Tokyo will come over and bring booster juice because that's what he's good at. And I think that's it for today though, because it's raining out and we got things to do. So both turbos are in and mounted. We have to make some braces for them. We have to make our intercooler piping, but the intercooler's mounted somewhat.
What do you mean somewhat?
We didn't bolt it completely in. Those bolts aren't tight yet. Well, and then the throttle body's on now, the intake's in. There's a bunch of little things to do, but it's all come together.
I'm excited about it. Peace easy and get that V.
Yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video.
Oh yeah, make sure you subscribe and like.
Peace easy. Get that V.